horse like he was born there.
Maybe so, but I got 4 bits says he don't ride him to a standstill.
All right, you're on. Come on, John, come on! Like I said, brother, it's always a pleasure to take your money.
Yeah, it's worth it for a ride like that.
You'll make a good working horse, Mr. Cartwright.
That ride just cost me 4 bits, Johnny.
Well, we're gonna need a lot more like him before this drive.
Well, how soon do you figure on moving your beef?
In about a week.
Oh, well, that's plenty of time. You'll have enough mounts by then.
Good.
How long you been at this game?
Well, I'm breaking horses since I was 14. That's 10, 11 years by now.
And a broken bone for every year, I bet, huh?
Yeah, just about. But the pay is good. I get more in one day than most wranglers do in a month.
Yeah, you do.
Still, it's a hard way to make a living.
Oh, well, I better start earning it right now.
Johnny, you've had a hard day. Why don't you pack it in? Start with him tomorrow.
Well, the fella's got him all set. I'll let him be the last one.
Well, he's big and he's mean. Johnny, if he's tough to handle, you leave him best way you know how.
Now, Mr. Cartwright, there's 2 things I can handle. Horses and women. In that order, of course.
Let him go! Come on, Johnny.
Gee, that's a big old star horse.
Stick with him, Johnny. Come on, Johnny.
Stay with him, boy!
Hey!
Stay with him, Johnny!
John, what's wrong? Oh, my legs. My legs, Mr. Cartwright. I can't move them. I can't even feel them.
Well, you just take it easy, Johnny. You'll be all right. Adam, Joe, step the wagon.
Right.
Boss, lift him up.
Easy.
Well, Paul?
I've known people with an injury of this type to be up and about in a week's time. Others took months. Still others never walked again.
Well, how long do you think it'll be before Johnny will walk?
Sometimes it's a matter of attitude, of the mind. Only time will tell, Ben. Time and exercise.
Exercise. Just what you have in mind, Doc?
We'll try several things. We'll begin with leg massage. When I was studying in Europe a few years ago, they were having considerable success with the hot water treatment.
Oh, well, when can all this be started?
Sooner the better.
Good.
Yeah, where will he go? He has no folks. He told me that himself.
That's right. He ain't got no kinfolk he can depend on.
Now, Johnny was working for us when he got hurt. Well, I guess he's our responsibility. When can we take him home with us?
As soon as we get his things together. Anne, would you come in, please? Anne, this is Ben Cartwright and his sons. This is Hoss, Adam, and little Joe. Gentlemen, this is Ann Davis, my most capable assistant.
How do you do, Miss Davis?
Well, how's our patient, Anne?
As well as could be expected.
Good. Will you get him ready to leave? The Cartwrights are taking him back to the ranch with them. Would you mind going out to the Cartwrights occasionally just to get him started?
I'll stop by twice a week.
Well, Miss Davis, it's quite some distance to the Ponderosa. If I may make the suggestion, stay with us as our guest. My sons and I will work along with you, and that way we'll learn the exercises that John needs, and we'll be able to take over for you if necessary.
It's an excellent idea, Ben. Is that all right with you, Anne?
Whatever you think best, Dr. Kay. I'll get the patient ready. I have a few things to attend to, Mr. Cartwright. I'll be out at your place in the morning.
Thank you.
How are you, Mr. Cartwright? Fit and able, I trust?
Well, I'm just fine, Nathan. Yourself?
My name is Clay. Only my friends and my kin call me by my first name.
Well, Clay, we were friends at one time.
That was before you killed my son.
That's not true, and you know it.
Easy, son.
You took my land.
The government took your land. Gave it to you and took it back again because you let it go to waste. You didn't improve on it.
That's a lie. It was put up for public auction, and you bought it to raise Ponderosa cattle.
Now, Clay, if I hadn't bought that land, someone else would have. I told you before, and I'll say it again. Pay me what I paid for the land, and I'll be glad to sell it to you.
It's decent of you, Mr. Cartwright. Selling me back something that was mine. Tell me, how will I get back my son?
My pa had nothing to do with that. Jody got himself killed. He was trying to get money so we could get our land back.
You don't do it by trying to rob a bank with a shotgun.
Was that your son that tried to rob the bank in Placerville?
That was him. And he was just a boy like you.
Well, I was there when it happened. The sheriff caught him. Told him to drop the shotgun. He tried to fight it out. It was a stupid thing to do. He didn't have to die.
Won't you two boys just step back?
Gunner, Gordy. Jody died because he wouldn't give up. Us Clays never give up. Now, you think hard on that, Mr. Cartwright.
Awesome.
Make it, Johnny.
Fine.
Oh, he'll make up fine.
Good.
He was good. Easy with the chair.
Yes, sir.
We'd be in a heck of a shape if you had to back me around like this.
I'd never make it.
Set him down easy. Yeah. Well, let's roll. There we are. Well, this is your new home, Johnny. How do you think you like it?
Well, first home I've had since I was 14. I like it fine.
We're gonna have to find a place for you to bunk in.
Yeah, we can bunk in with me. I can move in with Hoss. As if he promises to sleep with his head under the pillow so I don't have to hear that snoring. Sounds like a herd of cattle stampeding through the room.
Funny, it never seems to bother me.
Your bedrooms are upstairs.
Johnny, can you read and write? Do you know your numbers?
Sure, my ma saw to that.
Good. You know, it takes a lot of paperwork to get a cattle drive on the trail, and I usually wind up doing most of the work myself. I could certainly use some help, though. Now, suppose you were to bunk down here. Now, that way you could be close by me and work with me and even take over when I have to be away.
He's right, John. Anytime he has to add up 2 columns of figures, you can hear him bellowing all over the ranch. You'd be doing us a service.
That's for danger.
Yeah, look. Look, you could put your bunk here, put your dresser over here, make it real easy for you to move around.
Huh? What do you say?
Well, if you're sure it wouldn't make for trouble.
No trouble at all.
As a matter of fact, there's an extra bed and dresser out there in the bunkhouse. Come on, Adam. Help me bring him in.
I'll get you some clean linen.
We'll be set up in no time, and when Miss Davis gets here, we'll start on those exercises.
Well, I guess that's all settled then, huh?
Thank you, Mr. Cartwright, for everything.
Well, that's the last of the lot. What do you think of them?
You got some prime stock. Sure wish I was going with you.
Don't worry, you go with us next time.
You better believe it.
I do believe it.
Hey, we got some company.
Yeah. Female company at that. Howdy, Mr. Davis. Welcome to Ponderosa, ma'am. We're mighty happy to have you come live with us a spell.
I didn't come here to live, Mr. Cartwright. I came here to work.
Yes, ma'am. Whatever you say, ma'am.
If you'd be kind enough to point out the way to my quarters.
Well, that's the main house over there, ma'am. Paul's been expecting you.
Thank you. Oh. It'll take me about half hour to get settled. Be ready to start your exercises then.
Yes, ma'am.
She's not getting any friendlier, is she?
Well, just wait till she gets to know me.
I hope this doesn't hurt too much.
Wish I could feel it.
That's right.
How's that,
Go
buddy?
too far.
That's okay.
That's right. Very slowly.
There we go.
And let him back slowly. All the way.
Take it easy, John. There we are.
That's right. Let's try it once more.
Yeah, you're doing real good, Johnny. Water's hot. There.
Feels good.
Yeah. Now try to move one of your legs like Miss Davis wants you to. Hey, that's great. I think I saw one of them move. Try it again.
You mean you think you saw one of them move?
Huh?
Hey, Hoss. Watch the left leg. I'm gonna try it now. Watch the shin right there. See?
Yeah. Johnny,
Hoss! Oh, come on, Hoss.
Is this part of the exercise?
Well, I'm sorry, teacher. I was a bad boy. I'll stay after school.
You may think this is all a big joke, Mr. Lightley, but I can assure you it's a very serious matter.
No one's more aware of that than myself, Miss Davis.
Tell you what I'd do. I just don't know what I'd be doing.
Oh, I think you'd get along fine.
Oh, listen, something I want to show you. In this little thing. In the see, would you mind adding this thing up? Because, you know, I'm really just no good at figures.
Thank you.
If we're going to get any results at all, Mr. Lightley, you'll have to listen carefully to what I tell you.
Yes, ma'am.
What I'm trying to do now is restore the circulation in your legs.
Yes, I know what you're trying to do.
Do you have any feeling yet?
Nope. Just as if they belonged to somebody else. Do you have any feeling, Miss Davis? Now, why do you dislike me?
I don't dislike you.
Well, I'd say you're making a pretty good attempt at it. Maybe you just don't like men, huh?
Not men, Mr. Lightly. Your kind of men.
My kind? What do you mean?
Do you know what you represent to me? A shiftless no good. Everything I've seen and heard about you bears it out. You like to break your women the way you break horses. But this time you were broken, and I can't find it within myself to feel sorry for you.
Is that the way he was?
What?
The fellow who broke you and ran off, left you. Is that the way he was?
I don't know what you mean.
What's the matter? The memories bother you?
Leave me alone.
Is that what you really want? You really want to be left alone? Why do you pull away? You're attracted to my kind. And besides, Miss Davis, I can't run off and leave you.
Sorry, I busted in at the wrong time.
Mr. Cartwright and his boys are up on the North Platte.
I know that. That's why I'm here now.
What do you want?
How are you, Anne?
Do you really care how I am?
Anything that belonged to my son? Well, I got a strong feeling for her.
I never belonged to Jody.
You was his girl.
His girl, not his wife. He said he wasn't ready to take on a wife.
Well, he would have been. In time. Cartwrights hadn't have killed him.
Did the Cartwrights kill him? Or did he kill himself? Or did you kill him?
Don't you talk to me like that.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'll talk to you like that because you can't hurt me. No man can ever hurt me again. That's what your son did for me.
I didn't come here to listen to you. I come to tell you. Now, don't work here. That goes for the both of you. I'm warning you. Get out today.
You tell your sons what to do, Mr. Clay, just as you have all their lives. But I owe you nothing. I'll do as I please, and it pleases me to stay here.
All right, I'm telling you this. There's going to be trouble here soon. Now I've spoke my piece. The rest is up to you.
So it was his son.
It was his son.
Well, I don't think he's a good rule to judge all men by.
I'm sorry. But he's the only rule I have to go by.
Well, that about winds it up.
Yeah? We still have the supplies to pick up in town.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll get Hoss to pick them up this afternoon.
What about Nathan Clay? You didn't forget about him coming out here, did you?
No. Oh, I've known Nathan for some time. He likes to talk big.
That gun you keep in the desk, is it loaded?
Always. But I don't think that's the way to handle Nathan Clay.
Huh? That list of buyers we're supposed to see when we get to Grant City. You got it ready?
I knew there was something I'd forgotten.
Wait a minute, Adam. Here it is. I made it out yesterday. You got the names there and the allotment of beef each one gets.
No, thanks, Johnny. I'll have the men start the tally count. We'll see you separate.
Well, you certainly saved me a big day's work. Johnny, you've been a big help to us.
But what do you think you and the boys have been to me? If it hadn't been for all of you, I'd have packed it in long ago.
Ah, you're not that kind. You're a fighter.
Yeah. How long do I have to fight?
Give yourself time, son.
Time. You can't fight time, Mr. Cartwright. You just have to live with it.
Yeah. Oh, say, forgot to tell you. Dr. K's coming over for supper tonight. He'll probably, look you over. He may have some good news for you.
I hope so.
Johnny, you've been working pretty hard lately. I think you need a breather. Why don't you ride into town with Hoss this afternoon? Change of scenery will do you good.
Well, yeah, it might help. As soon as I finish up here, I'll get ready.
Johnny, you comfortable? You sure you ain't getting tired?
No, I'm fine, Hoss.
Yeah, let me go in and pay old man Fuller and we'll be on our way. Maybe I can talk you into a long, tall, cool drink, huh?
Okay, you talk me into it.
That burn beats me, that persuasive power I got. Except when it comes to talking Paul out of chores.
Well, look who's here. It ain't the little man who enjoyed seeing Jody die.
I only said he didn't have to die. He brought it on himself.
Yeah, we don't see it that way.
Well, you can see it any way you like. I don't want any trouble from you.
Want it or not, boy, you bought it when you lied about Jody.
You want it?
Yeah, he's mine. Get out off that wagon, boy. Looks like he talks big and acts small, don't it? Maybe this will change his mind.
Hold it! You boys can't make it. Why don't you move on?
Cantankerous pair.
Thanks for getting them off my back, Hoss.
I enjoyed it.
First time it ever happened to me.
What's that?
Somebody have to fight my battles? I guess from now on, somebody will always have to fight my battles.
Listen, Johnny. I don't know what I'd have done if you hadn't stopped them two. That gate swings both ways, you remember that. Now, come on, let's go get that cold drink.
Okay.
Thank you.
I drink to my host for setting the best table in this part of the country. That dinner was excellent, then.
Always a pleasure to have you in our home, Paul.
Well, tomorrow's the big day. I suppose you're eager to get started.
Well, I'll tell you, Doctor, I've sort of lost my eagerness for cattle drives. I'm going to let the boys handle this one.
Paul'll be the first in your list. You sure you don't want to go?
No, my bones are kind of weary. Besides, Johnny and I have a lot of things to attend to, don't we?
Yes, to get back to my #1 patient. Anne, are you sure that he's been doing his exercises regularly every day?
Yes, he's been very good about them, Dr. K. And as I said before, I think there is a slight muscle reaction in his legs.
Good, good. That's fine. Now, let's have another look, shall we? You ever feel that?
A little. It's like it was far away.
That's good. That's good. Those muscles are beginning to come back. Now, let's see if you can move them.
I just can't do it. Doctor, tell me straight, no nonsense. Will I ever walk again?
Well, I can't say, but I do know that you've made progress. I think in time...
Time. It's so easy to talk about time when I have to live every day of it right here in this chair. Now, why don't we stop kidding ourselves? I'm never going to walk again.
I didn't say that. I won't say it. You keep on with your exercises and keep busy, and I'll stop by again in a couple of weeks.
Move.
Move!
No. I'll do this by myself, or I won't do it at all.
Now, don't be foolish, Johnny. No point in torturing yourself.
Stop it. I've got to know. One way or the other, I've got to know now. No.
Let me help you back into bed. You shouldn't feel disappointed, Johnny. You tried too soon.
Anne said, slight muscle reaction. How many weeks before I can even move them? How many months or years before I can even walk?
I don't think anybody knows. But however long it takes, that's what we'll work for.
I can't cut it, Mr. Cartwright. I wasn't made to live this way.
The time you've been here, we've come to know each other pretty well. Isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
In that time, you've come to mean more than just someone we want to take care of. You've become like a son.
I know that, sir. You've been more a father to me than any of my kin.
And you believe that what I'm about to say, I'd say to Hoss or Adam or little Joe?
Yes, sir.
I've seen you thrown off a bucking horse a good many times. And each time, you'd climb up and try again. And you'd keep on climbing up until you'd won. And now you've been thrown again. The hardest ever. You're going to have to decide whether you climb up and try again or stay down and give up. No one can make that decision for you. want you to know that no matter what happens, you'll always have a home with us. Well, not because we feel sorry for you, but because you become part of us. Good night, John.
Good night, sir.
So you've decided to take the easy way out and leave them to pick up the pieces.
You get out of here. Leave me alone.
I have no intention of trying to stop you or calling for help.
What do you want?
It's so easy, isn't it? Just pull that trigger and all your troubles are over.
Well, so are theirs.
Who, the Cartwrights?
Yes. I do this, and I'm not a burden to them anymore. I can't ask them to take care of me forever.
And that solves your problem?
Doesn't it?
Well, it gets rid of you, all right. But it also tells them that they failed. You kill yourself and they know that nothing they did was enough.
That's not true.
How do you convince them? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead and take your life. But you and I will always know that you were the one who quit.
Good night, Ann. See you in the morning.
They'll be moving the herd right soon now, Paul.
I got eyes, boy, I can see.
You sure Ben Cartwright's not making this drive?
I got ears, too. I heard talk of it in town. He's staying.
We need all the men to move this much beef. He should be alone.
That's what your pa's been counting on. That's what he's been waiting for. You got everything?
Yeah, Paul, right here.
Good. When they move them cows out, we move in.
Pa, do we have to do this? Isn't there some other way?
Boy, I don't want you doubting me. Now, you do like I say, and let me decide which way we go.
All right, boys. Let's go over the procedure once more.
Dad burn, Paul. You done told us 6 times. You might have to tell Adam or Little Joe again, but you don't need to tell me. I know what to do.
Oh, that's right. Just make sure you don't get lost on the trail this time.
After we make delivery, we bank the money and order the list of supplies.
Right. Now, you got the list.
Yeah, right here.
Good.
You'd think we'd never been out alone, wouldn't you?
Now, never you mind. Just make sure you don't move that herd too fast. Every pound you take off them means that much less we make at market.
Hey, what about Hoss? I figure we could run about 100 pounds off of him and still make a profit.
Tell you what I'm gonna do to you, little brother. I'm gonna burn about 8 pounds on you.
So long, Pop.
So long, Paul.
Have a good ride.
Adam, take good care of them.
Well, I will. Any luck, we ought to be back in 2 or 3 weeks. Goodbye, Johnny. Miss Davis, see you soon.
Goodbye, Adam. Bye.
Well, that's done. Now, suppose we go in, grab a bite to eat, and I'll give you a chance to win back some of that money I won from your cribbage.
All right, you're on.
Good. 30 for 1. Your count.
All right. 1 for last card, and I've got 15-2, 15-4, 15-6, and a pair of 8. And that puts me out.
Yeah, that's 3 in a row.
Get down. We gotta move quick.
What about one more, double or nothing?
Oh, no, young man. You're too hot for me tonight. I'm going to wait till you cool down. Would you like to take them on, Ann?
No, thanks.
Well, put that down now.
Mr.
I had a lot.
I'll be leaving in the morning.
Oh.
My work's done here, and John knows what he has to do, and I'm sure Dr. K needs my assistance in town.
Well, of course, whatever you think you should do. I want you to know what a pleasure it's been to have you here at our home.
I want to thank you for making my stay such a pleasant one.
Well, I hope you'll come and visit us often.
Thank you, sir. I will.
I think I'll take a turn around the place before I call it a night. I'll see you people at breakfast.
Good night, sir.
Good night. Well, I guess I'll say good night.
Ann. Please don't leave. Not like this.
I think we've said all there is to say.
Except for one thing. I'm sorry. I had no right to say the things I did. Or do the things I did.
I guess we were both wrong. We tried to hurt each other through self-pity, and in the end, all we did was hurt ourselves.
When I'm able to take care of myself, I'm coming to see you.
No, it won't be any use.
Ann. Come here.
No, please don't.
Now kneel down. Right here beside me.
I've been hurt enough, Johnny. Please don't you hurt me.
I promise you that no one or nothing will ever hurt you again. Ever. Don't let me have to use this. He was real obliging. Let me slip up behind him. Archie, two, get over next to him.
He can't get up.
Can't or won't.
Told you.
Get over there. You feeling better, Mr. Cartwright? I want you to feel real comfortable so as you can see what's going to happen.
What do you hope to gain by this?
Peace of mind, Mr. Cartwright. What you've done to me and mine has choked me up. I'm full up. You know what this is? Coal oil. You know what I'm going to do with it? I'm going to burn your place to the ground. I'm going to take this place from you just like you took mine. So you just stand there. Watch what I do. Light up the whole sky. You can see it for miles around.
Clay, if you destroy what it cost me my blood to build, I'll kill you. No matter where you try to hide, I'll find you and I'll kill you.
You know, I believe you. I never got to fight for my land, but I'm going to let you try.
No, don't.
Oh, he'll try. Mr. Cartwright would die fighting for this place. And that's just what he's going to do.
Suppose you kill me, Clay.
I am going to kill you.
Don't forget about my sons. Don't you think they'll know who did this? They'll track you down no matter where you try to hide, and they'll find you.
If and when that happens, well, I'll know how to handle them. Enough of this talking. I'll give you the 3. Then I'm going to shoot no matter what. 1, 2.
Johnny! Johnny!
Pa, you all right? Ann, get over here quick. They'll be breaking in. Pa, answer me!
Hold it, boys.
Clay, it's up to you. They'll break that door down if you tell them to.
I know they will.
Go ahead. Let's have some more killing. You're a fool, Nathan. You don't hate me for buying that land. You hate yourself. You hate that stubborn, wasteful failure that you are. The failure that cost you Jody's life, and that's the truth, isn't it?
No.
Yeah. It's that guilt of yours that's been choking you to death.
No.
That's what's been eating away at you all this time.
Shut up.
Prove me wrong. Go on. Tell them to break that door down. Let's have one more dead son.
Put up your guns, boys. It's over. I mean it.
What happened here? It's best forgotten.
I was going to kill you.
It's been enough killing. I'd like for it to be ended now.
It will. It's finished.
Boys, take care of your father. Get him over to a doctor. Watch his arm.
Ben, Could we talk to you about that piece of land you own?
Yeah, Nathan.
Johnny.
You walked, Johnny. You walked.
Hey, what happened to your arm?
Hey, oh, nothing. I'll tell you about it later. Well, how do things go?
Well, almost as good as if you'd been with us.
Sold every head of beef.
Made $5 per head.
Hey, that's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful.
How's Johnny?
Yeah,
Is he still taking his exercises?
Well, why don't you ask him? Hey, they wanted to stay here until you boys got home. They want to say goodbye. They're getting married.
Getting married? Hey, you're kidding. That looks like that cure took both ways, huh?
Why, the son of a gun, you gotta hand it to him. He took the frost off that little gal.
Yeah, they bought the Jackson place. They're going to be neighbors. Yeah.
They'll make good neighbors.
Cards sure ain't talking for us.
I'm sorry, gentlemen. Today must be my lucky day.
Well, it isn't mine, Mr. Cartwright, so let's cut the gab and start playing cards. I want to win back some of that money we've lost.
All right, Mr. Gordon. $5.
Cards.
1.
3. Dealer takes 4.
$10.
You're holding something pretty good, aren't you, son? 10. And another 10. That's too rich for me. Besides, I'm busted.
Well, Mr. Gordon, I'll see that $10. And I'll raise you 20.
Or maybe you've got him and maybe you ain't, but I gotta stay in and make you show him. Mr. Cartwright, I'm out of ready cash. But I'll make you a sporting proposition. You're into my partner and myself for $150. I've got something outside I'll put up. Double or nothing. Are you game?
Yeah, well, it all depends what you have outside. Let's go have a look-see.
Good. How's that?
I've seen better, but it'll do.
You've seen better. Cartwright, you've been around a lot more than I thought.
Hell, I'm a real good judge. It'd be pretty hard to fool me on a deal like this.
Boys make a deal?
We sure did. All right, Cartwright, let's see him.
Queens over 10s.
I thought you was bluffing.
Oh, no, I was quite serious about it. Well, thank you very much, gentlemen, for a very profitable card game.
Hey, what are you doing, Cartwright?
I'm checking my horse.
Horse?
That's right, I just won it, didn't I?
Oh, no, you got it all wrong, Cartwright. The horse I need. That's what you won.
The what?
The girl.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, Sue Ling. She's all yours. Like you said, Cartwright, you're a real good judge of women.
Women?
给新主人请安。
Well, she's all yours. Oh, here, you'll need this.
What's this?
Oh, it's a bill of sale. Makes it legal.
Legal? What are you talking about? Makes what legal?
Well, you see this powerful Chinese warlord in San Francisco.
A Chinese warlord in San Francisco?
Yeah, General Mu Tsung's his name. Well, he had to get out of China real fast, see? So he took Su Ling here along with him as one of his slaves.
Oh, yeah?
I bought her from him. Clear?
Oh. Well, what am I going to do with her?
That's your problem, Cartwright. From now on, look before you leap.
Hey, wait a minute. Where are you going?
Well, I hear St. Louis is pretty nice about this time of the year, Mr. Cartwright. Good luck.
Su Ling. You speak English?
Yes, Master. Su Ling learned in missionary school in China.
Good. Well, I hereby set you free.
Oh, but the illustrious Master, Su Ling not wish to be free.
Don't? Why not?
Su Ling not know what to do free. Su Ling alone, strange land.
Look, Su Ling, I don't know what to do with you. See, I never won anything quite like this before.
Su Ling work for Master. Work very hard. Eat little. Sleep floor. No trouble. Like a shadow in night forest. No see, no hear.
No, look, I'm so sorry, Su Ling, but we already have help at the Ponderosa. And besides, I really don't think my father let me keep you.
Su Ling not understand. Two masters sell her. Now you send her away. Nobody want this unworthy person. She go.
Wait a minute. Maybe I have been a little bit hasty. Look, I'll take you home to my pa. Maybe he'll know what to do with you.
Thank you, Master. Oh.
Don't do that.
Yes, Master.
Now, don't call me Master.
Yes, Master.
All right, let's go. I hate to see the look on Pa's face when he hears about this.
Anyway, should have seen Riley. He lets go with both barrels of that shotgun. The stock comes up, hits him right in the jaw, and bang!
spring backwards over into the canyon.
I heard he was running like an antelope when he hit the
Oh,
bottom.
he was running.
Good shot, Panther.
That should teach Riley how not to fool him.
给各位请安 Honorable Masters. The walls are illuminated when the men return to their dwelling. May this worthless person have hat, please? 谢谢。谢谢。Delightful dinner ready soon.
Miss. Just a moment, please.
Yes, excellent one.
Who are you?
Su Ling, Masters, your new slave.
Joe! Joseph! Joseph, where are you?
Hi, Pa, you call me?
Who's that girl?
Oh, the girl. Yeah. I wanted to tell you about that.
Please do.
I see, I won her in a poker game.
You won in a poker game.
Yeah, I thought she was a horse.
You thought she was a horse.
Yeah, see, we were sitting in the bar.
Wait a minute. What you're saying is that at your age, you don't know the difference between a girl and a horse.
Oh, no, sure I do, Pa. Oh, sure. Sure, no. See, I met this fella, Gordon, see, and I thought he was putting up a horse to back his bet.
Gordon.
Yeah, and turned out to be a girl.
You can't keep her.
Oh, no, I know, and that's what I said.
No, you can't keep her.
That's exactly what I said, and I said to myself, Joe, what are you going to do? I said, bring her to Pa. He'll know exactly what to do with it.
Give her back. Give her back. Give her back.
I can't. Gordon's halfway to St. Louis by now.
I've got to sit down.
Paul, Joe's just joshing us.
Yeah, come on, stop fooling, Joe. What's it all about?
I'm not fooling.
All right. All right, now just start from the very, very beginning. Come on. Tell me the whole story.
All right, but first let me tell you a little about the girl. Look, she's had a real tough time of it. Her folks died when she was 4 of the plague. Her uncle sold her to some farmers. Well, then her owners were killed in some kind of a local war. They would have killed her, too, but she was able to hide for 3 days.
How did you get to this country?
Well, there's a man named General Tsang. He carried her off when he got booted out of the Manchus.
Well, get to the point about the girl.
Yeah. Well, this General Tsang evidently had everything pretty well figured out. When things got too hot for him in China, he took all his gold and Sulang, got on a clipper ship and came to San Francisco.
Yeah, but how did this feller, Gordon, how do you get her from this General whatchamacallit?
I suppose he bought her.
Nice people.
That girl's had enough grief to last her a lifetime. But that's all over now. Call her in.
What are you gonna do?
Call her in.
Told me to use this anytime we wanted her. You know, Hop Sing says her name means tinkling bell of virtue. It's kind of cute, isn't it?
Yeah.
Revered Master Summon,
Yes, Suling, my father would like to speak to you.
I kowtow to his august presence.
And you've already met my brothers.
Most venerable brothers.
Suling, I have the most wonderful news for you. As of this very moment, you are emancipated.
Emancipated?
Yes, you're free.
Free to do what, most worthy master?
Well, anything. You're free to do anything you want to do. Go anywhere you want to go. You're free.
That's very nice. I stay here. The Cartwright's slave girl.
She doesn't want to be set free, Pa.
Well, that's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard of. Who wouldn't want to be free?
Suling.
Well, now look, see here, Suling. You see...
Why you no want, Suling? She all alone. In buggy, Suling see Ponderosa land stretch far away until eyes grow weary. Cartwrights can afford many slaves.
Well, you don't understand, Suling. You see, we don't keep slaves here.
Well, she doesn't understand about our ways or the country.
She's got a point there. We can't turn her out.
Yeah, Paul, that'd be as cruel as that General what's-his-name.
Well, all right. All right, I agree. Fine. Tell you what I'm going to do, Suling. I'm going to pay your passage back to China, first class. And then I'll give you all the money you need to start all over again. Now, how's that?
Suling have no one in China now. Nothing. But here, Suling have Cartwrights, and Cartwrights have Suling. Oh, permit Suling to stay. She be a very good slave girl. Ask nothing but to serve. Now you ring bell, and she comes swift. Wings on feet. You beat Suling if she not. Suling always have someone to tell her what to do. Please. Suling always have master.
All right, so then you stay here with us. Oh, until we can find out something, well, settle something permanent.
Yes, master. You good man.
Only remember, you're still free. You understand? You're not a slave. You're still free.
Yes, master. Free to stay.
Yeah, that's right. And then one more thing. Now, it's not master. In this country, it's Mister. Mister.
Now, with permission, Suling withdraw to work with much devotion.
Well, there was nothing else to do.
I couldn't agree more.
Paul, I think you did the right thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, you see, I had no choice.
As for you, number 3, son, you keep out of poker games where you don't know what the stakes are.
Yes, sir.
Dinner respectfully served. Misters.
Hey, I think it's going to be kind of nice having a little gal around the house for a change.
Honorable father.
Honorable brother. And as for you, this honorable short shanks, you can have the leftovers. Good morning, Hopsing. What's that I smell? Is that something new?
You'll find out pretty soon.
It sure smells good.
Keep hands off, nosy belly.
Hopsing, you sure are getting to be a grouch. But I gotta admit, the food's getting better.
It's Su Ling. She fine cookie. Plenty help Hop Sing.
Yeah, she's a big help to everybody, ain't she? Where is she?
She outside prepare food for new dish. Bird's nest omelet.
Bird's nest omelet?
Here, you take knife.
For what?
You find out plenty soon. Goodbye now.
Suling very happy in Ponderosa. Very beautiful. Like green rainfall.
Yes, I suppose so. Guess we really don't see it anymore.
Ah, it's a great pity to cover eyes with wool of habit. Supreme Law has given so much beauty.
Good morning, Sue Lee. Adam.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Haas.
A little bitty gal like you doing out here with a big batch of spuds like that, you better let me give you a hand, hadn't you?
Oh, thank you, Mr. Haas. You and Mr. Adams so kind to Suling. So good. Suling loves to peel potato.
Morning, everybody. Morning, Sue Ling. Morning.
Morning, Mr. Joseph.
Hey, let me give you a hand with those potatoes.
Here, thank you, Mr. Joseph. Cartwrights, very fine family.
Couple of guys in hiding. You're sure making that fire big enough.
Well, I want some hot food. I'm sick of jerky.
The generals around these parts will be eating dirt. Use your head.
Use my head.
What were you using when you stole a gal that Chung was planning to make his #1 wife?
Oh, it was worth a try. How was I to know it was against his principles to pay ransom for a woman? Look on the bright side. In losing her to Cartwright, we sidetracked the general away from us.
Smartest thing we've done in years.
Reasonable man, Mr. Gordon, and to my shame, tender of heart. I do not want to kill you, but my choice depends on you.
What is it you want of me, General? I'll do anything you say.
It is the wise man who recognizes the face of necessity. Where is Su Ling?
I give her to a fellow named Cartwright.
You gave her? When you knew she belonged to me?
I couldn't help it, General. I was taking care of her best I could, but this Cartwright fellow forced me into it.
And could the so generous Mr. Gordon tell me where this Cartwright fellow can be found?
I heard he had a big ranch near Virginia City. The Ponderosa, I think it's called.
Free, Mr. Gordon, from life's pain.
General, don't let him do it. Don't let him kill me. General! General, please! No! General! General!
What are those for, Sule?
Oh, Mr. Joseph. Those wind bells. Tell when celestial spirit enter house, frighten demon away, and bring good fortune.
Pretty.
They make beautiful music.
Suling, you happy with us here on the ranch?
Oh, yes, Mr. Joseph. Honorable father gives Suling freedom to remain slave.
Oh, Suling, you still don't understand. You're free. Absolutely free.
Yes, sir. Please, Mr. Joseph, to explain. Suling listened with eager ears.
All right. Come here. Sit down. Now, let me see. You see, this country is the land of the free. Here, you can do absolutely anything you want.
No law in America.
Oh, yeah, of course we have law. But, I mean, aside from that, you can do anything you want.
You no obey father.
Well, certainly I obey my father, but
You have obligations to brothers, to Ponderosa, yes?
Yes, but that is not the point.
I understand. You part free, part slave, right?
No, look, you still don't understand.
Suling's sorry. She bottomless well of ignorance.
Oh, it's my fault. I'm not explaining it to you right. Here, you see the bird in the cage? You're like the bird in that cage.
Bird happy. He sing.
Ah, but he'd be a lot happier, and he'd be a lot better off if we let him go free.
Yes, sir. We see. Bird not strong enough to fly away. In cage, bird safe. Happy.
You know, you argue just like a woman.
What that little gal can't do is steak and rice.
What you can't do with steak and rice, you mean. Oh, that was good. Problems, little Joe?
No, Pon. Just having a little trouble explaining a few things to Sue Ling, that's all.
Yeah. I think we're all having a little trouble explaining how we do things here to Sue Ling.
It's Sue Ling's fault. She head block.
Head block?
Blockhead?
Oh, no, not at all. What seems to be troubling you?
See, Honorable Sir, it's very difficult for Sue Ling to understand the mysterious West. Very inscrutable.
We are?
Well, Sue Ling, you know, I've been thinking. Little Joe and I we haven't had much luck trying to explain our way of doing things here in this country. And I was wondering if it mightn't be an idea for you to visit some of your people in Virginia City.
Hey, that's a good idea, Pa.
Sue Ling sees some countrymen there. Perhaps they can help this brainless one understand.
All right, I'll take you in the morning.
Fine, it's all settled tomorrow morning.
Thank you, Sue Ling.
May spirits sing in your serene stomach.
Well, speaking of singing, I wonder if you'd sing for us.
Have not seen this long time. Make heart remember father's house.
Well, you told me you used to play and sing at home. We'd like to hear you.
Hey, where'd you get that thing?
Don't be a head block. I brought it back from Virginia City. Gentlemen, your attention, please. Sue Ling is going to favor us with a song.
Forgive Sue Ling if she offend illustrious ears with unworthy efforts.
Dragon moon, golden sky, soft night wind, silken sigh, jade green branch, mountain pine, silver needle, autumn sign, swan white winter hover near, cover earth, frozen year, springtime blossom far away, summer lotus gone to stay, far from home lost away, cold the night, dark the day, jasmine crocus bloom again, hope and love, oh when, oh when.
Hey, one more person I want you to meet, Cam Lee. He's a wonderful fella and the best doctor in this town. Come on.
Little Joe, welcome to my humble office.
Doc, how are things?
As usual, too many sick, too few hands. I hope you're not in the need of my services today.
No, I'm not here for any medicine. I just want you to meet a friend of mine, Sue Ling. She's new in this country, and I'm just showing her around town. I thought you might want to tell her a little bit about your work here.
Oh, I would be honored. But I'm afraid I must do it while I look after my patients.
Sure.
Perhaps Sue Ling can help, illustrious doctor. She worked in mission hospital in China a long time.
Is that so? Sue Ling, you're the answer to a long-said prayer.
Fever going down, I think. Soon you'll be all well.
You have been a great help today, Sue Ling.
Sue Ling always happy when can be of help to Kuan Yin, goddess of mercy.
If you ever desire work, you are more than welcome with Cam Lee.
But doctor, Sue Ling already have work with revered Cartwrights at Ponderosa.
Well, just in case, there is great need here.
Su Ling, we better be on our way. We have a long ride back to the ranch.
再见啊。
Doc, we'll see you.
Ponderosa.
Mr. Cartwright! Mr. Cartwright! The Chinese army come.
What are you talking about?
You go see, boss.
What is the meaning of all this?
Do I have the honor of addressing the illustrious Mr. Cartwright?
I'm Ben Cartwright. These are my sons.
It is truly said, sons are the light in the father's eyes. Permit me to introduce myself, General Mu Zhong.
I've heard about you.
This insignificant soldier is exceedingly flattered.
What can we do for you?
It has come to my attention that you have something which belongs to me.
What's that?
Su Ling.
And by what right does she belong to you?
The prior right of possession.
That is not a right, General.
An interesting point, Mr. Cartwright. If I had time, I would like to discuss it with you.
What for? There's nothing to discuss.
The loud-voiced child has rightly been called a hammer without a head.
General, why don't we discuss this inside?
An excellent suggestion, for the prudent man talks before he acts. I am honored as I enter your sublime household.
Take a seat, General.
You are the embodiment of hospitality. Now about Su Ling. I am prepared to repay you for any trouble you may have gone to.
You want to buy her back?
If that is the way you wish to express it.
She's not for sale.
You mean she's not ours to sell? We set her free.
Most wasteful. Extravagantly wasteful. But I do not wish to debate with you. My honor demands the return of my property.
Well, I'll tell you, General. I think it's up to Su Ling as to whether she goes back with you or not. You'll have to ask her.
More idealism. But at times it can be a good servant for the realist.
Su Ling, would you come in here, please?
Yes, Master.
Su Ling.
给您请安，将军。
Su Ling. Joy leaps in my heart again at the sight of your beauty. Gentlemen, perhaps you do not understand. I offer Su Ling an honorable status as one of my wives. Would delicate orchid blossom entertain this trembling proposal?
It is ever wise to consider so wondrous a proposal, glorious General. Su Ling needs time to ponder breathtaking prospect.
Consider, too, the numberless delights you would enjoy as General Zheng's wife.
Yes, Su Ling will contemplate the boundless riches most carefully.
May I beseech Su Ling for an imminent answer? I have already taken much time away from the pressing concerns of my import business in San Francisco.
May Su Ling entreat great General's indulgence only until tomorrow morning?
Tomorrow morning. I should prefer an answer now, but I shall be patient. May I humbly suggest that your response be affirmative, Su Ling?
Don't threaten her.
It is well written. The kitten would be king of the jungle if mice were elephants.
General, please remember, this is not China.
Perhaps not, Mr. Cartwright. But it is carved in jade that death is a land without geography. Once may you live 10,000 years.
Suling, I'd like you to know that we want you to stay here permanently. Make the Ponderosa your home. But whatever you decide, we'll respect that decision.
I just don't understand how you could think of marrying a man like that.
General Sung must wish Suling well, for he has gone to great trouble to find her. And in time, Suling may wish him well too. Forgive Suling. She must run to her room.
General Sung's man. She all right?
Oh, she's been cut.
Yeah, so General Sung had your best wishes at heart, and he tried to steal you like a sack of...
Now, that's enough, Joe. Chung's man was there. You take that man to the sheriff and bring back the doctor.
There's no place for bunglers in the service of General Chung. We will wait until tomorrow. Then we will get Su Ling and repay the Cartwrights for meddling.
A few days and you will be just as before. Now tell me, Su Ling, have you considered what I said?
Yes, esteemed doctor. I think it is better I leave Ponderosa before General Sung return. I have already too much endangered the life of my benefactors. I will go work with you.
You will be welcome, Su Ling. Our people need much help.
You are certain Su Ling will truly be of help? You're not just extending her a merciful hand?
Ah, no, Su Ling. In many ways, you are really needed. With the sick, of course. And to teach our people the English language. And thus the opportunities of their new country.
Yes, those are worthy occupations.
How is she, Doc?
Oh, fine. She's ready to come out now.
Well, Su Ling, you feeling better now?
The healing hands of Dr. Kam Lee restored Su Ling's body. But her mind trembled like bow in strong wind.
Don't you worry about Musung, Su Ling. If he tries anything again, we'll be ready for him.
That's not what Su Ling think about. Her small life is not important enough for worry.
Then what is it?
Dr. Kam Lee say our people in Virginia City need Su Ling's help.
You mean you'd like to work with them?
Yes. If masters approve to release Su Ling.
No, we're not going to let you go. Not if it's just to protect us.
Su Ling always content at Ponderosa. And she owes Mr. Joseph so much. If he like, Su Ling stay as servant girl.
Su Ling, you do what you think is best.
We'll help you any way we can, Suling.
Your goodwill has already been our greatest blessing.
When would you like to leave?
If all right, Suling think it wise. Return city with doctor.
I'll take you to town on the buckboard. Is that all right, Pop?
It's all right, Joe.
Are you all ready? You know we're really gonna miss you around here. If you ever get in any trouble, you need any help, you just call on us, we'll be there.
Suling, no. Cartwright's love is what gives courage to Suling to leave birdcage she tried build for herself. You teach her, cage shut in Suling, not keep out world. You teach her so much.
No, Suling, I think you always had a lot more to teach me than I had to teach you.
Suling?
Suling take much more than she brought to Ponderosa.
Well, if you mean our hearts, you're perfectly right. We'll miss you, Suling. You brought a forgotten warmth into our home.
And eyes for a beauty we'd forgotten to see.
You come back to see us often, you hear?
Yes, Mr. Haas. And I see you in Virginia City, too. Yes. Stupid Suling cannot find words for what is in her heart. Only so good Cartwrights have breathed life into her existence. And they teach her freedom is very precious.
Bye, Suling. Little Joe, take care now.
Mr. Cartwright?
I want to parley with you. Show yourself. I am under a flag of truce.
Stay down.
All right, what do you want to parley about, son?
I have not opened fire because I do not wish to harm you. Turn over Su Ling, and you may go in peace.
The answer is no. You want her, you're gonna have to fight for her.
Hurt, Mr. Joseph? Oh, Mr. Su Ling, see.
It's no time now, Simri. Doc, get over there. Get an eye out, will you? That's it.
Now, toothless puppy, you die.
Joe?
Are we glad to see you?
Son, you're hit.
Yeah, Doc says I'll live. Hey, what are you doing here anyway?
Oh, we were just following along.
Uh-huh.
Way back. Well, you didn't think I was going to let my number 3 son run the risk of encountering the general and his army alone.
Thanks, Pop.
Got you a present, little brother. Not that you needed any help.
Oh, I can see I'm not going to hear the end of this.
You all right?
Yeah, I'll be all right. So I'm going to need an awful lot of Su Ling's care for a while.
And there'll be no charge for our services.
Well, you can't beat that.
It's almost worth getting wounded for.
Yeah, you are a lucky little cuss, brother. You got a good doctor and a good-looking nurse, and all for free.
Free. That is most beautiful.
that pale dust out of her drawers, Joe.
Well, I can wash up anytime.
Joe, you got time for that later. Come on.
Get him out of here!
Unhand me, varlet!
What's he saying?
Remove your filthy hands from my person!
Oh!
Imbecile cretin, mécréant! You varlet!
You know, that wasn't very nice.
He called me a varlet. You know what a varlet is? It's one of them English sissies that goes around dressing up the counts and them dukes and such.
That's a valet.
Huh?
Valet to you.
Oh, yeah. Well, varlet's probably something even worse.
Sir, I demand satisfaction.
Do what?
You have humiliated me in front of all these witnesses. I shall not rest until I obtain full satisfaction.
He means he wants to fight a duel.
You must be joshing. You ain't even got a gun.
As the insulted party, I have the choice of weapons. I choose swords.
I wouldn't even know how to handle one of them things.
I shall teach you, mon ami. After which it shall give me the greatest of pleasure to kill you.
Look, lady, I don't like to do this either.
Héloïse, un moment, j'arrive. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
I've got nothing against you at all. Not a thing in the world, mind you. It's just, well, it's him.
Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? Hey, Jim, what's the matter?
What's the matter? Well, you boys have been out of town, but let me tell you, this flea-bitten little Frenchman is the worst pest that ever came.
If I am bitten by fleas, monsieur, it is only because the beds in your pigsty are full of them.
François, je t'en prie, fais-lui une apologie.
Apologize. Never.
Doesn't she talk pretty, Hoss?
Yeah, she sure does.
Yeah. Well, boys, this varmint's been thrown out of every hotel and boarding house in this town. Ever since he got here, he's been writing them poems.
Poems?
Well, that's what he calls them. Prints them, then he posts them up on walls and hitching racks, and Here, look here, Horace. Look. Shunned like the plague by all you hold dear this pest hole which calls itself the palace. Better far to perish to cross the desert alone. This barn is not fit for man nor coach on.
Butcher. Better to spend the time killing the roaches in your plague-ridden bistro than murdering my rhymes. The word is pronounced cochon.
What's that?
Oh, that's French, Hoss. Probably means coachman, you know, like Jolly Joe's drive the stage.
Yeah. Permit me to correct you, monsieur. The word signifies pig or hog. But when I say that this barn is not fit for even them, I am insulting the whole family of pigs.
Hoss, I thought you were my friend.
Oh, Jim, it just struck me funny, that's all.
Funny.
Oh, François, what are we to do?
I will think of
Come
something.
on, Joe. Let's go get a beer.
Do not worry your little head, sister.
Excuse me, did you say the little lady was your sister?
Mais certainement. It's plain to see she's not my brother.
It's good to know you, Joe.
It would have been a distinct pleasure to kill you, monsieur. But since my sister and I can find no shelter in this barbaric village, we are compelled to take the next coach to San Francisco.
My brother and I just brought some cattle up to the high country. That road's been closed by a landslide. At least a week before a stage can get through there.
Oh, Francois.
Well, look, miss, since you have no place to stay here in town, I wonder if you might not accept my invitation to put up with us out at the Ponderosa. That's our ranch.
Hey, Joe, don't you think we ought to talk to Pa about it first?
What do you mean talk to Pa? I mean, this is exactly what Pa would want us to do. After all, he doesn't want some strangers leaving our little town with a low opinion of our hospitality.
Hospitality? Joe, did you hear that? That little fellow wants to kill me.
Oui, monsieur. I shall be delighted to accept, monsieur.
You are so very kind, monsieur. How can I ever repay you?
I must admit this comes as somewhat of a surprise, but of course you are most welcome, both of you. I'm sorry I didn't quite catch the name.
For a good reason, monsieur. No one has mentioned it. It is Villon, Francois Villon. My sister, Eloise.
Did you say Francois Villon?
The same.
Well, I must say, you haven't aged very much.
Hey, you two fellas know each other?
Now, Francois Villon is one of the greatest poets in French literature.
I'm delighted to find someone in this wilderness with even the slightest particle of learning.
Are you by some chance a descendant of the great poet?
I shall be happy to explain, monsieur. You see, Francois...
Oh, François, je suis très fatiguée.
Oh, ma pauvre belle, she's tired. Perhaps I can explain another time.
Oh, well, of course. Please forgive our thoughtlessness, mademoiselle. Horace, would you take the bags, Jen?
Permit me to?
Merci, monsieur.
Horace, don't forget to get all the things. Yeah?
Monsieur Horse, do not forget my sword case. One of them is reserved especially for you.
What does that mean?
Oh, I neglected to tell you. How stupid of me. It is a painful necessity, but I fear there's no way it can be avoided. I must obtain satisfaction from your son. Monsieur? Monsieur?
Satisfaction? From Horace?
Écoutez bien, monsieur. To make the omelet light and fluffy, instead of heavy and greasy as these eggs were, you beat the whites and the yellows separately. Add a touch of basil, the veriest soupçon of parsley. And perfection, voila.
Mr. Cartwright?
Hopsing. Mr. Villon and his sister
your son's tragic denouement. You must understand, it is fate. Kismet.
Don't take him seriously, Pa. He's just an actor playing a part.
Seriously, he's just an actor playing a part. Did you hear what he said? He's going to duel with horses.
Well, just because he says he's a duelist doesn't make him a duelist, no more than saying that he's Villon makes him Villon. When you come right down to it, he probably can't even handle a sword at all. No, not like that. Now, look, try it again, huh?
Hey, look, will you learn to stand sideways? You're too big a target this way.
Oh, come on, Joe. I'm too big a target any way you look at it.
Now, look, this isn't a fist fight. You better get that through your thick skull.
All right, look, let's start from scratch.
If you hadn't said that, that makes me nervous.
You'll be lucky if a scratch is all you get. All right, ready? The salute.
I feel so dadgum silly.
En garde. No horse. Try to imitate Joe.
Adam, on Joe, it looks good. I ain't got the figure for it. See here?
Well, don't worry about your looks. Just keep your side turned towards him. Watch your sword point.
Side to him and point the sword. Hey, Joe, you're cute. Ain't he, Adam?
Forget the jokes. That's your enemy. Attack!
Joe. Ah, dadgummit.
Well, what's the use, Adam? He's not going to take it seriously.
Well, it is kind of hard to keep a straight face dancing around out here on these hills with silly-looking toothpicks.
Hoss? I want you to think. Concentrate. Now, these toothpicks, as you call them, are larger than bullets, right?
Yep.
Now, if a bullet passes through you, you're liable to kick the bucket, aren't you?
Sure. Anybody knows that.
All right, now, if this toothpick, which is larger than a bullet, were to pass through a man exactly the same way, it could do an equal or greater amount of harm, right?
Yeah, right.
Especially if the man who's aiming it at you were standing less than 5 feet away and knew exactly where to puncture you so to do the most damage. It's like getting shot at close range, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. What are we doing standing around here? Come on here, Joe, and help me practice. Now, show me that thing where you do this.
Second.
Second. All right. You want me to lunge?
Right.
All right. You ready?
Ready.
I don't want to hurt you. You ready?
Yeah.
Hey, that's good. Yeah, come on. Now, let me try it.
All right.
Yeah.
Lunge at you.
Yeah, you
Ready?
want lunge. Yeah, okay.
It's not bad.
Little easy.
No, c'est abominable, monsieur. The fault is yours, you see. You must attack with more esprit. Élan. You see, he does not comprehend the seriousness. He is not on the qui-vive.
What would you like me to do? Stab him a few times to get his attention?
Pourquoi non? You see, the lunge, it must be real. It must be deadly. Many have been killed while practicing pour le sport. Only so can one learn the essentials.
Hey, wait a minute. You mean I got to get killed before I can get to be a good dueler?
I will demonstrate. Your weapon, s'il vous plaît? Now, for the seriousness. Attack in earnest. Insult the opponent. Chien. Gros cochon.
Hey, I know what that means.
En garde. Yes, monsieur. I hope you've learned something.
Talk to his sister tonight, see if she can get him to call this thing off.
Yeah, it may be our only solution. At least we'll have a full moon for it.
Yeah, listen, little brother, you talk real good here. Don't you let that moon get your mind off what's important.
Now, Louise, you look beautiful in all this moonlight.
You talk so pretty, monsieur. I could listen to you talk all night.
Talk? Oh, hey, you know, that reminds me. There was something I wanted to talk to you about. Why don't we go over there and sit down?
Merci.
See, I wanted to talk to you about my brother Hoss. I was wondering if you could speak to your brother and maybe talk him out of fighting that silly duel.
Oh, I already have. I tried everything. It's impossible to reason with him. He is a man, how do you say, a man possessed of the devil of Francois Villon.
Come on, you really don't believe that, do you?
Of course not. But he does, and that is important. You see, he thinks he is my protector. But in truth, I must be with him always to protect him from himself.
Well, that isn't very fair to you. It doesn't give you a chance to live your own life.
No. But I dream of it sometimes. It's only a dream. It's very beautiful here.
It sure is.
La lune
Yeah, the moon.
and le lac.
And the lake.
I'm sorry I don't speak your language better. I'm not as learned as my brother.
Well, maybe I could teach you a few words. Kiss.
In French, we say baiser. Like this.
Baiser.
Qui est-ce?
C'est moi, François.
Entrez.
I did not hear you come in last night, my sister.
Oh, perhaps you fell asleep early.
No, I was up late. I was occupied in writing verses.
Oh, it was a beautiful night. We walked.
Yes, of course. He's handsome, this little Joe. N'est-ce pas?
Oh, oui. Très beau. Oh, what are you all dressed up for? Where are you going?
Virginia City. Monsieur Cartwright has graciously provided me with a horse.
Pourquoi?
Well, soon the road will be clear and we must take the stagecoach. To do this, we must have money to pay for the fare.
But we have money.
No, little sister. You use the wrong tense. In English, the expression is we had.
Oh, je ne comprends pas.
In this country of barbarisms, there is one more barbaric than all the rest. A game called poker. It has not the delicacy, the finesse of baccarat or chemin de fer.
You have lost our money.
Only a small sum remains.
And now you go to gamble again? You're going to lose everything.
No, little sister. Now I do not gamble. Now I have other plans.
Oh, please, Francois. Each time you have the plan, there is more trouble. I beg you do not go.
Little sister, I would not cause you one moment of unhappiness, but there are some things I must do. It is fate which decides. Au revoir, ma chère.
Oh, Francois, no. What am I going to do here without you? Kiss. Little Joe, you teach me so much.
See, I wanted to talk to you about my brother. You know, I really should talk to you about him. You don't want to talk about my brother.
Don't you think we've had enough of the talk?
Francois should have been back by now. Well, all he had to do was buy the tickets for the stage to San Francisco.
Don't tell me you're worried about him.
Worried? I suppose I am worried about him in a way. Well, I admit he gets me riled up at times, but, well, you can't take him serious. He's like a little child.
Well, you have another child to worry about. A big one.
Oh, I can't believe he's serious about wanting to fight a horse.
Can't you? Well, let me remind you that his idol once boasted of killing a man with a sword.
Feels he must imitate him, live his life all over for him. Well, that's just a lot of talk. Little boys talk.
Well, it sounds like your little boy might be returning.
Good evening, Ben.
Oh, Roy, come on in.
Thanks. Howdy, Adam.
Roy?
Well, what brings you out to the Ponderosa this time of night? Now, don't tell me that you brought me a warrant.
No, it ain't a warrant, Ben. It's this Frenchman you got visiting you here.
Oh, yeah? Oh, what?
Well, he's wrote himself another poem.
Oh, is that all?
No,
Well,
that's
sit down.
not all. Now, he went to Les Stanton's printing shop and paid him to make a whole lot of copies of it.
Oh, well, I gave him that money.
Hey, Roy, what does the poem say?
I'm coming to that, Adam. Ben, it's all about you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, about how you come out west here without a nickel in your jeans.
Yeah?
Marrying a woman.
Yeah.
And then killing her so she could get her land.
What?
And then you married a second one, got rid of her, and a third.
Now, hold on there.
That's what your friend says is the way you come by all this acreage that's now called the Ponderosa.
Oh, that's preposterous.
I know it, Ben, and you know it, but there's a lot of people coming into town every day that don't know it. Now, a thing like this could get us into a whole pack of trouble.
Pack of trouble? Trouble? You don't know the half of it.
Ah, bonsoir, monsieur. Bonsoir.
Oh, bonsoir, you. Faking Frenchman.
Now, take it easy, Pa. Take it easy. Remember what you said. He's just a little boy. He's not responsible for what he does.
Now, when I want your advice, I'll ask for it.
Ben, you get hold of yourself now. If you want this man locked up for libel, I'll take him into town right now. But I'm not going to stand for any violence, you understand?
Violence? Sheriff, there's one thing I will promise you. There won't be any killing.
Now, I'll admit that he gave you plenty of cause to get mad, but after all, he didn't commit any real crime.
Crime? What do you call that poem?
It's not the same as horse stealing, now, is it? I'm going to get back into town and pull them things down.
So, I lend you my horse to go to town. I feed you, I house you and your sister. I put up with your bad manners. I even put up with your threats to kill my son, and this is how you repay my hospitality.
I perceive you already have knowledge of my humble offering, which is highly regrettable.
I wished very much to surprise you.
What purpose did you have in writing this?
Purpose?
Well, even your idol, Francois Villon, did not write without a reason. Whether it be to please some lord, or to obtain a pardon, or even to make money.
Mais naturellement, I, too, write for money. But, Monsieur Adam, to be frank with you, it was my intention, when I wrote this poem, to sell all the copies to your father.
Blackmail, huh?
Call it what you choose, monsieur. Let's not quibble. I'm an artist.
An artist? You're a scoundrel without an ounce of gratitude or talent.
No talent. You can say this to me after you read my poem.
I didn't have to read your poem. The sheriff told me all about it.
Alors, you take the word of an illiterate, a peasant. You are afraid to hear what I have written. Monsieur Adam, would you do me the honor?
It's your funeral. Ballade in honor of my gracious host, the Lord of the Ponderosa. France had her Gilles de Retz, Italy her Cagliostro. Cleopatra trained vipers as her pets, and the Borgias' banquets saw hundreds fall. But the Lord of the Ponderosa is master of them all. Bluebeard had a surplus of wives. Henry VIII had far too many lovely ladies, all who laid down their lives, and others there were who heeded the butcher's call. But the Lord of the Ponderosa is master of them all. Infamous Pharaoh...
All right. That's enough. I've heard enough.
You know, Pa, when you considered it simply as poetry, it really isn't too bad.
Bad. I told you all that reading would affect your mind. All right, Mr. Vino, it's time for some plain speaking. I've let you stay here this long only on account of your sister. But sister or no sister, you get out of here tonight. Both of you.
Pa, you can't do that.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry, mademoiselle.
Pa, you promised both of them that they could stay. I don't know what Francois has done to make you so mad, but whatever it is, you shouldn't let him rile you. After all, Pa, he's just like a little child.
Now, you stay out of this.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, mademoiselle. I do not wish to expose you to this unpleasant scene.
We will pack at once, monsieur. My brother and I thank you very much for all your kindness.
Now, well, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Well, little Joe's right. I did make that promise. You and your brother can stay here until that trail is cleared.
No, it would be imposing too much.
Well, my dear, as far as you're concerned, it's no imposition at all.
We accept. To leave now would be most inconvenient. I have some unfinished business.
Now, look, if you're still thinking about that stupid duel of yours...
Monsieur Cartwright, you have proven that you are a man of your word. I am a man of my word. Your son's insult can only be wiped out with blood.
What's everybody down the mouth about?
Au contraire, monsieur. I am, as you say, very much up in the mouth. Bonsoir, monsieur. Eloise.
You look like you've been to a funeral or something.
Pictures, they're gone.
What?
Yeah.
Hey, Paul. You here? I thought you took the team in.
Team?
Yeah, you two. Who took them in?
I'll give you one guess.
Got up early and came down. Thought I'd get a little practice.
Gone.
Should have known.
We won't have any trouble trailing them.
But trailing who?
All right, boys, let's get started.
Ça va! Do not be sad, little sister. In the great metropolis of San Francisco, you will meet gentlemen of culture and refinement. And you will soon forget this little Joe.
I will never forget little Joe.
That is what you say now. But where are the snows of yesteryear?
I have only left for the sake of his brother. And for you, too, to keep you from trouble.
Trouble? What have I got to do with trouble? It is for peasants. Vite! Vite, my beauties! Ah, San Francisco. That way. Sara!
They took the road to San Francisco, all right.
That fool, didn't he think we'd cut him off?
You ever stop to think that maybe they wanted us to catch him?
I told you all that reading would affect your mind.
Yeah, I just been figuring, Paul. What are we chasing him for anyhow?
Well, some family I raised. Come on, let's cut across the Arroyo and catch up with them.
Hey there! Hey there, Paul!
Now, let's go!
Gentlemen, what a happy surprise. Not in my wildest dreams did I hope to see you again so soon.
I bet you didn't. Not in your wildest dreams.
Little Joe, I can explain everything.
Now, hold on, ma'am. You just wait just 1 minute here. Now, where are they?
They?
Yes, they.
Francois!
Our stay at the Bonanza was so pleasant. I felt sure you would not object if we took back with us some small memento, a souvenir.
How could you do this thing?
It was not very difficult.
Well, you're just lucky there are no scratches on them. Otherwise, I might have to take the law into my own hands.
The law, monsieur?
Yes, the law. It might come as a shock to you to find out, sir, that horse stealing is punishable by hanging in this part of the country.
The horses? But, Francois, you told me that...
Paul, you couldn't hang a man just for borrowing a couple of horses.
Horse is right, Pa. I mean, that's carrying a little bit too far.
I'm afraid that decision is not up to us. You see, Pa made a solemn promise to Sheriff Coffey that he wouldn't turn him in unless he committed a real crime, and looks like this is it.
Hey, well, now, wait a minute, Adam.
Oh, Adam was right, boys. I guess I did make that promise.
You can't take a man in to be hanged.
That's up to Sheriff Coffey. No Cartwright has ever set himself above the law.
But Adam...
No buts, boys. I gave my word.
No. No.
The great Francois Villon was also condemned to be hanged. Do you still continue to doubt, monsieur? Perhaps now you will agree that it is possible for a man to be inhabited by a spirit of one that has lived many years before.
Perhaps.
No. No, it's not true.
Don't weep, little sister. One cannot escape one's destiny. It is fate. Kiss me. It's always hardest on women.
Well, you know, it isn't exactly easy on you.
On me, monsieur? What is life? A straw in the wind. We all must die sometime. But it is not given to all to live on forever in men's minds and hearts.
That's right, sure ain't.
I have spent all of last night composing a poem. It is a masterpiece. It is my last testament to my brothers. Just as Francois Villon wrote his 400 years before.
Is this great masterpiece important enough to compensate for your death?
Oh, bien sûr. 1,000 times over. It teaches love, mercy, understanding. Monsieur has not lied to me. I will be permitted to read my poem in public.
Oh, yes, right before you hang.
It is all I ask. The scaffold they are building, it is in the public square.
Right in the heart of town. The carpenter spent all night working on it. It's almost finished.
I measured the cadence of my poem to the beat of his hammer. If you like, I will read it to you. Perhaps you make some suggestions.
Oh, no. I wouldn't dare presume.
I'll read it anyway. The last will and testament of François Villon, written on the occasion of his execution in Virginia City on Friday, the 17th of October, in the year of our Lord, 1860. Brothers who draw the breath of life when I am dead, harden not your hearts against my dying call. Let no man mock me, nor my sad estate, but pray to the Lord that he spare us all. Brothers, though my feet dance lightly on the wind, though they kick to the sound of a silent song, remember this, ere you condemn my sin, it is not given to everyone to know right from wrong. Thank the stars that you do not share my fall. Let no man mock me, nor my sad estate, but pray to the Lord that he spare us all.
Dad burn if that wasn't the prettiest thing I ever heard. Just to think I dang near killed you.
I forgive you, monsieur, with all my heart. But one correction. It is I who would have killed you.
Francois, you must forgive me for saying you had no talent. Adam?
It's too bad you've got to die to prove it.
That's the whole point, monsieur. I part with life in order that my words may live.
One thing worries me, though.
What's that, monsieur? I made a mistake? My English is no good?
No, I was thinking about your sister.
You frightened me for a moment, monsieur Adam. My sister? You think I have given her no thought?
Well...
You think I have not noticed how things stand between her and little Joe?
Little Joe?
After I'm removed from the scene, she and little Joe can be married.
Married? Francois, I don't know how to tell you this. Things being the way they are, I'd like to see you die happy. But you might as well know the truth. Little Joe is not the marrying kind.
What?
Even if he were, he's too young. Pa would never permit it. Horst, you got anything to add?
I? Oh, yeah, well, seeing as how our only brother was hung for horse stealing, we couldn't have that in the family.
No, people would talk.
You mean he's been leading her on? He's a scoundrel? A roué? I challenge him to a duel!
Hey, wait a minute. Ain't you forgetting something?
You have a date with the hangman first.
But my sister Eloise can hardly speak the language. She's helpless without me. She's all alone.
Well, she wouldn't be alone for long.
What do you mean?
Well, there are lots of dance halls that need hostesses. Men get tired of looking at the same old faces.
My sister, a dance hall girl?
Doesn't matter that she doesn't speak English too well. Why, some of the men might like her even better for it. First thing you know, they'd all be calling her Frenchie.
Chien. Chien, cochon!
Hey, wait a minute. You don't want to hang for murder, too, do you?
I cannot hang. I must provide for my sister.
Well, under the circumstances, I'd say that's a bit difficult.
Yeah, dang near impossible.
But you must do something. You must help me. Eloise.
Well, even if we could help you, what difference would it make? You can't escape your destiny. Sooner or later, your sister would end up in the same boat.
No. I would take care of her. I would never leave her this way.
Do you really mean that?
Of course I mean it. What do you think I am? Un cochon? Hank? Hank?
Hank, you can stop that hammering now.
The scaffold, she's finished, yes?
It was never started.
Okay, Sheriff.
Sheriff, I think maybe you better tell him he's free. I don't think he'll believe me.
Pardon?
Well, you see, Francois, we promised the sheriff that we'd bring you in if you committed a crime, but we didn't promise him that we'd press charges.
And if we don't press him, there isn't anything anybody can do to you.
Yeah. Is this true?
Yeah.
And you? You kept me here? Cochon! Why didn't you not tell me they didn't press the charges?
Because you did not ask me. Shall we get back to the game?
Yeah.
Oh, Francois, don't feel too badly about not getting hanged. At least you got a chance to write your epic poem.
It was you!
Now,
you were the one...
Don't jump to any conclusions.
Only a man who loves poetry could have the imagination for such a plan. I shall be in your debt for always.
Well, maybe it was kind of a dirty trick, but I hope you learned something of a lesson.
A lesson? What greater lesson can a man have than to be saved from the hangman? And just think, mes amis, how few are fortunate enough to profit by the experience.
C'est bon.
Don't you forget now, I'm gonna write to you every single day.
Et moi, cher. It will help me, like you do, talk the English.
Talk. Now, is that all you ever want to do is talk?
Au revoir.
Merci mille fois for your hospitality. For the cash you've been generous enough to lend me. And above all, for the lesson.
I hope it sticks.
Oh, mais certainement.
Francois. Touché.
En gare. You Cartwrights, you taught me what I must do. First, I must find a rich husband for my sister in San Francisco. And then I shall be free. Free to be hanged. Au revoir, mes amis.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Do you hear what he said, Paul?
Yep. You know, I have an idea that one day he'll succeed.
It is fate. Kismet.